Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Peace be upon everyone. Again with you with another video, Yahya, Islam Defender Yahya here. And I would like to talk about a very important subject, which is the difference in Qira'at between Hafs and Warsh. And as I promise to give the difference between this Qira'at, and we know at the time of the Prophet, peace upon him, the Quran was revealed for a period of 23 years according to the event and according to different situation, and the Prophet, peace upon him, on yearly basis, the angel Gabriel, he used to review the Quran, what been revealed during that year, and the Prophet, peace upon him, used to memorize it by heart, peace be upon him, and in his turn he used to have his companion who they memorize it as well as their heart, and then with the presence of the Prophet they used to write it down. And at that time there was no dot or comma or any kind of different voil, as you can say. So the Prophet, peace upon him, used to receive it, memorize it by heart, recite it in front of his companion, may God bless all of them and bless you as well, and then they memorize it, and then it goes from one person to another, and we know that orally the Prophet, peace upon him, he recited during this 23 years till Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say اليوم أتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا, that I bestow my favor upon you and I'm satisfied that Islam is your true religion. And this is mark the end of revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to his prophet. And this verse actually, when Abu Bakr, the companion of the Prophet, peace upon him, hears that verse, he started to cry, and people, they didn't know why he's crying, but later on they come to understand that as long as the revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is completed, that means the Prophet, peace upon him, is not gonna be stay longer among them, and he soon or later he will leave them, and that was it. So during the time of the Prophet, peace upon him, they used to write it down on some kind of skin, and they write it down and keep it and recite it, and it was preserved in the heart of the believer who memorize it by heart. And the Prophet, peace upon him, he used to send for different tribe or different country or different even different nation, always a messenger from him, so he teach them. And here where it start the different and Qira'at to come all over, because there is around 10 Qira'at, 10 different Qira'at according to each person how he receive it from the Prophet, and according to his accent went to special people, and they start to recite it the way it is. All the Qira'at are acceptable. All the Qira'at are acceptable because it's the Prophet, peace upon him, he said the Quran revealed on 7 letter, and so is different between a tribe and another. And the Prophet, peace upon him, this is a very important reminder, he used to send messenger even to the big nations, the empire, like the Roman emperor and the Persian emperor, and he invites them to Islam. The Prophet, peace upon him, as I know, he sent 7 different letters. And he was illiterate. He never write with his own hand. He just signed it somehow, or he stamped it, and he sent his messenger to those people, other nation, to make to invite everyone to worship only one God, and to reject the pagan worship and the worship of desire and man, and teach them to worship the Creator instead of the creation. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Hijr, chapter 15, verse 9, it says, "Verily, we have sent down zikr, the Quran, and we will guard it, surely we will guard it. Inna nahnu nazzalna dhikra wa inna lahu lahafizun." And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in another verse, is Surah Al-Nahl, the B chapter, chapter 16, verse number 44, it say, "We have sent with a clear proof and evidence a written book to a mankind, so people will read and see what God want from them, and they might reflect upon what they have received." Now I'm going to talk about the differences between qira'at, but before that I would like to, as you can see behind me, I try to write down everything and try to make it a little bit more clear for everyone, especially non-Muslim. And I would like to say that the Arabic language is a vast, wealthy language, and it have lot of word which need a translation, and it have too many words which is very similar, but in meaning according to the verse it differ according to the meaning. And when after the Prophet, peace upon him, after he passed away, the Arabs start to put dot over or under, or they put which we call damme, to do like noon, or kasra, like sin, or different tanween, we call it, a different vowel. So it goes alongside what's the meaning of the verse. And as we know, sometimes one dot over or one dot under, it changes the meaning of the word itself, because I will explain how, and explain how Quran came to make like the way they recite it. We call it tajweed, and tajweed is a different way of recitation of Quran, different qira'at. And there's, you might hear one reciter reads the same chapter, and the same with the same, for example, for Hafs, and both of them they recite it in their own way, and it's all acceptable, and it doesn't change the meaning. Now I will show you what I have behind. By the way, the Quran, both in Hafs and Warsh, it is, I'm going to show you here, is 6,236 verse, and both Hafs and Warsh. And now I will mention, before I start, I will show you closer. I don't know if we have here for example, on the letter, sometimes we have to extend when we recite it. Sometimes there is no extension, and we don't we say the letter as it is, like وَيَنْأَوْنَ عَنْهُ, and we sometimes like something like in Arabic it's wow. Of course, the English people will find it very difficult, but I would like I will try to explain. Like Sami'un Alimun, so something like this, Alimun. So instead of say Sami' or Alim, we say Sami'un Alimun, all hearing, Alimun, all knowing, Qawmin, Qawmin, tribe, Hadin, instead of saying had, وَلِكُلُّ قَوْمٍ هَادٍ, هَادٍ, that means somebody who guides them. For each nation, somebody who guides them. And when it's like double, is same as the one before I mentioned. And sometimes we find this signal over any letter. That means we should extend it as much as we can. For example, if let's say قالوا, so they say قالوا, if it's have mad, I have to extend it while I'm reciting it. Like this one, that means I have to stop, and I must stop when I come to this for any letter. For example, if I say this is like lamb, it's like la, I'm not allowed to stop, but I have to carry on even in the recitation. And this jim, we call it jim, this one, I can stop and I can carry on. For example, like Salah, I can stop is allowed, but to connect it with the other letter, it's more recommended. This one, stop, it's allowed, and it's better to stop it allowed. But if you want to carry on reciting, you can carry on. And this one, there's a 3 dot, and after a word there's another 3 dot. So you're allowed to stop either on the first word or in the second word, but you cannot stop on both of them. And this is how Quran come to be. And now I would like to mention about the difference between words. I don't know if my hand is moving so much. This is harb, that means war, and the same word, but a dot is underneath the G, it's jarraba, that means he try. And this is jern, like a big pot. Jern, we use jern to mash the meat. And bashar, human, bashara, look, basharon, with the damme on top, on the ra, it's bashar, basharon, bashara, that means he gave a glad tidings. And nashara, if we put the dot on top of the first letter, it will be as you cut with a saw or something with a knife. This one, malaka, like he owns something. Malikon, it will be king. Look, it's the same writing, malaka and malikon, but the tanween, it gives a different meaning. And malak, angel. Look, malaka, malikon, malak. And this is Yahya, my name, Yahya. You can write it with ya, maksura, and you can write it with alif, mamdude. And the same meaning is Yahya and Yahya. And last, I will put kaun, that means universe, and kub, that means cup. the first one, the dot is inside the letter, and the dot, and the other one, the cap, is underneath the letter. And this is how Arabic is different from any other language, and it depends about what you have, and the verse, the word and the verse. And now I'm going to mention like in Hafs. Here we have chapter 2, Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 214. It say Yaqul, and Warsh Yaqulu. Before I'm going to give those reference, I would like to say that Hafs, we have Hafs is 92% all around the globe, relying on Hafs recitation. There's Warsh, there's 4% only. So Hafs is the majority of the Muslim. They rely on Hafs for their qira'at. While Warsh, he have 4% only. There's Qalun and Hisham. Hisham and they have 1% each. And you have Al-Durri, it have 2% all over. So the difference is there's 92% for Hafs, and the rest is going between Warsh and Qalun and Hisham and Al-Durri. And now I will fix this one and try again to explain one by one. Let me grab it, and I will talk about each one. Here. Sorry about the mess, but that's the only way to do it, and I have nobody to help me anyway. Let me write it like this. Let me put it like this. And now we start here. Yeah, we start here. Chapter 2, Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 214. Yaqul, according to Hafs, and Yaqulu according to Warsh. The second one, 232, hum, him, and the other one, chapter 240. I don't know if this is working well, or I don't know. Anyway, Yaqulun, Taqulun. So, or they say, or Yaqulun, that means they say, or Taqulun, you are saying. So it depends about the reciter about it. Nunshizuha, nunshiruha. This nunshizuha, that means we somehow separate it, and nunshiruha, to spread it. This is, I'm finding it very hard to deal with it from behind. Then we have Wawassa, chapter 3, verse 132. Wawassa wa'awsa. Wawassa, that means he gives them the will what to do. Wa'awsa, that means he it has the same meaning actually, because both of them coming from wasiya. That means he left them with a will to follow. Wasari'u and sari'u. 133. Wasari'u, like and hurry up to something. To wasari'u ila jannatin arduha as-samawati wal ard, like go quick or hesitate has it to a wide mercy of your God. And sari'u, that mean as well the same, hurry up. 3 chapter 3 verse 81, أتيتكم أتيناكم. أتيتكم, that mean I have given you. أتيناكم, that mean have we already bestow on you, we given you as well. So somehow is the same meaning. أتيتكم, that I give you, and أتيناكم, like we given you. God talking about His Majesty, how He's like bestow His mercy upon His people. And Surah Al-Ma'idah chapter 5 verse number 54, yartad, that mean he going back. Yartadid, that mean is the same, but yartad or yartadid, yartadid like me, as he hesitated twice instead of yartad only once. Wala yakhaf fala yakhaf, not to be scared. This is Surah At-Tawbah chapter 9 verse 15, as well chapter 2 verse number 119, tus'al tus'alu. So here it depends about the one who are talking to. Tus'alu and tus'alu, and you can see this is fatha, this is fatha, this is dammi, this is dammi. Tus'alu and tus'alah. Ya'murukum, ya'murukum. Sometimes the same writing, but because tanween is different, so it depends about the verse itself. Mufratun, mufritun. As well, this is Surah Al-Nahl chapter 16 verse 62. Then we go للعالمين للعالمين. I guess Hafs is more likely, because the verses is always have more meaning than Warsh. And we end up with this one, Surah Al-Zukhruf chapter 43 verse 19. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's talking about His angel, الَّذِينَ هُمْ عِبَادُ الرَّحْمَنِ, that the angel, they are the servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, while in Warsh it say that the angel, they are with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we know that they are all the angel, we actually all the universe is presence and the front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He say وَهُوَ مَعَكُمْ أَيْنَمَا كُنْتُمْ, He is with you wherever you like, with His knowledge, with His all power. And it's not possible that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's saying that the angel is with Him, because it's more likely that they are His servant and they are with Him. I have here some little bit more. Sorry about the mess. Here Surah Al-Ahzab chapter 33 verse number 68, and Hafs it say kabira, while in Warsh it say kathira. And the difference is between Hafs and Warsh is the dot over or under. And kabira, that mean huge, big, huge, and kathira, that mean too many. So it depends about the verse itself, from the beginning to the end. It should be kabira or kathira, but it's more likely, I am a follower of Hafs, I always listen to Hafs. The same as I mentioned about chapter 43 number 19, I explain about Ibadur Rahman and Indar Rahman. The angel, they are the servant of Al-Rahman, and they are I don't think it's Indar Rahman is more likely, because we have Surah Al-Bayyinah chapter 98 verse number 6. We have say Al-Bariya, the creation, the creator, the creation, and he's al-bari'a. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he's talking about the people that they are the worst of the creation, and it cannot be the most of the innocent, because this is al-bari'a, the creation, and this is bari'a, and this is a different between Warsh and Hafs. And let me read on. You have Surah Al-Hadid, chapter 57, verse 24. This is correction for what his name, Rob Christian, the filthy person who are trying to find fault in the Quran. I would like to send this message to him. The right recitation, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ هُوَ الْغَنِيُّ الْحَمِيدُ, that Allah is the Al-Ghani Al-Hamid, the one who all wealthy and all thankful. فإن الله غني حميد, فإن الله الغني الحميد. This فإن الله الغني الحميد, it's wrong way of putting it, because when we are talking about somebody, we can say فإن الله هو غني حميد, not الغني الحميد, because al-Ta'rif, it shouldn't be like this. If is فإن الله غني حميد without هو, فإن الله غني حميد, you shouldn't say فإن الله غني حميد, not فإن الله الغني الحميد, because فإن it replaces al-Ta'rif. And this is Christian Prince and Rob Christian, both they are deceiver, liar. They are trying to play clever game against the Muslim, and they should know the grammar in Arabic before they open their mouth with okay. Now we go to Surah Al-Anbiya, chapter 21, verse number 4. قل ربي يعلم, قال ربي يعلم. قل, say that my Lord is all knowing, and here it says he said that my Lord is knowing all. So it depends about as well the verse and how it come, and the recitation, and who's talking and who's talking to whom. Okay. Now we have Surah Al-Tahrim, chapter 66, verse number 12. وَكُتُبِهِ, and you can see وَكِتَابِهِ. There is madde, but extension on top of after ta, كِتَابِهِ وَكُتُبِهِ. Here it's either he's talking about one book, which talking about Maryam, because she believed in the books of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, more likely all of them, because there is books being revealed to Prophet Ibrahim, Suhuf, and to Zabur, to King David, peace upon him, and to Moses. So, and she is the mother of Jesus, peace upon him. She used to be a believer who believed in all the books of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Either if it's talking about one book or many books, all coming from one source, it doesn't change anything. And here Surah, we come back to chapter 3, verse 146, talking about a prophet, قاتل نبي قتل, like a prophet who was murdered or get killed, or النبي قاتل معه. As I said again, and Hafaz, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he's saying, and how many prophet with him, a lot of people, they fight in the way of Allah, and they was succeeded. So this is all. I'm sorry if it was messy a little bit, but hopefully you understand the meaning. What I'm saying is the different qira'at, it doesn't disprove that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have not revealed the book and he preserved it, but because different qira'at to different accent and different people. Give me 1 second. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. This subject, a lot of Christians they talk about, and they are trying to degrade the Prophet, and they rely on Yasser al-Qadi, and they talk about everything. Regardless what you're saying, my advice to everyone, if you want to know about Islam, go get yourself Quran and start read the translation of the Quran and see how Quran bring back the honor for all the Prophet and Messenger and Allah. As the Bible, those who are attacking the Quran, they forget that their Bible degrade all the Prophet as all sinner. They degrade Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator, as a Dracula who work only on blood, no salvation, and he wants the blood of an innocent person to forgive the sinner. So their God, even not they say he loves the world so much, but still he cannot forgive them when they repent till he gets the blood of his own son. See how much bloody he is. And by the way, today I was reading that in John, I guess chapter 10, I don't know what verse, that Jesus was saying all those who come before him were thieves and robbers. So he is the gate, he is the shepherd. And this is so degrading, saying from Jesus, peace upon him, but according to the Bible, which is corrupted book, and you cannot trust it, because as I mentioned as well, now the latest version of the Bible, King James, is about homosexual and homosexuality, and they are trying to promote it, and you can see, and all the churches all around the world, they are going down, and they are going against God and against the will of God by introducing same-sex marriages, and they are fine. You talk about a human right. What a human right? You are created just to do to follow your desire and do whatever you like. Like hellfire will roast you and toast you and burn you for eternity. And every time you burn, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator, God, will renew your skin, so you suffer more and more and more and more forever, the burning and hellfire. So beware what we are talking about, because you're playing very dangerous game with your salvation. As I said, go get yourself a copy of the Quran and start to read and reflect how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran tell you the right story about the previous messenger and prophet, how they come to their nation and warn them and guide them to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because the Prophet, peace upon him, and all the Prophet actually, they come with one message. The Lord our God is one, and they follow the line from God to God. It's one line. This line, it take you to hell. So be careful with what you are messing with. You are messing up with God, and shaitan and ignorance and arrogance will lead you nowhere but to hellfire. So as a lover for everyone, you know me, I advise all of you, and I don't want anything from you, but yeah, I want something from you. Just subscribe and join me with nice comment, and thank you very much for listening. I love you all. Peace be upon all of you. And be careful with COVID-19. It seems that it's gonna be COVID-99, because he's not gonna leave anyone but dead, everyone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yahya, Islam Defender Yahya. And regarding, all the Christian apologists, I challenge all of them, because most of them, they ban and block me. My comment and unblock on each one of them. I don't know why they hate the truth and they hate me. Again, Assalamu alaikum. Here you are.